Welcome back to Gun Gamers. My name is Garrett, and today we are going to do a start of a new series. I'm calling it Know Your Role, and today we are going to talk about what does it take to be a good squad leader. I am joined with me, of course, with Cory and Matt, and they're going to talk about their experiences with squad leaders and what their expectations are. So, firstly, I want Cory, if you could explain what is a squad leader.
The squad leader is responsible for essentially the accountability and the maneuvers and leadership of a group of people from 8 to 12, 8 to 15 maybe, depending on, how things are set up.
Is that nice middle ground between the team leader who's only responsible for maybe 4 guys and the platoon leader that's responsible for too many people. You have the squad leader in that nice little niche. And I feel like with that, a lot falls on the squad leader.
Yep, I feel like the squad leader is very much the backbone of, I hate to use that word because of the Army, the backbone of the leadership within a platoon of people who are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now,
oftentimes squad leaders are regular participants. They're not anybody that's elected. If a group might go together, they might elect somebody to be their squad leader that way. But oftentimes the squad leaders in Airsoft are strictly volunteers.
Yep.
It's not somebody that says, I will most definitely be a platoon leader. I feel like I have that capability to do that, and I will sign up as a platoon leader. Squad leaders, I feel like, are misunderstood because it's just high enough that they have a little bit of responsibility, but they're not so high up that they have to know what the massive company-wide plan is. I think the next thing that I want to talk about is the communication aspect of a squad leader, because I feel like that part is misunderstood a lot.
So I'll jump in on that. I feel like a lot of people picking up squad lead who are just come with a group of friends say, hey, I want to take that position, especially people that have never done any of those or at a MilSim. They often jump in thinking that all the communication they need to do is going to be hyper-focused on where am I moving next, or hey, I see a guy and I'm shooting them, and it's sometimes literally that vague of a communication. They're like, we see guys, we're engaged, or shot, just very vague, unhelpful information. Whereas giving information like enemy size, description, direction, that's useful. And as a squad lead, sometimes you're going to have to take that step back. Your hand may not be on the gun, it might be on the radio. And
I'd say it's about equal. You have to be equal rifleman and a radio operator.
The higher you go up the chain, the less you're going to use your gun and the more you're going to use your radio.
and the less you should care about your gun.
Yeah.
It's literally at GGP, I'm going to be a PL and I'm running a shotgun. Because I'm going to shoot twice. It's fine.
I think every time I've run PL, we've gone out on a maneuver and come back. I've had most of my mags. I shot like twice, maybe.
But that's the kind of information you should be focusing on. That relaying, especially for leaders like Cory and I, who are just, I know both of us, something we're very concerned about is unit morale, unit just like, are people up? Are people happy? Are they engaged? And are they physically well?
Physical. Well, I was waiting for you to count that finger of.
Yes.
Do they have enough water?
Do they have enough ammo?
How are their feet? How are they feeling?
Which falls into your lace reports, right?
Because we don't go crazy with lace reports, right? I don't expect a squad leader to know what a lace report or assault report is.
Yeah.
It's really cool if they do. And we can completely go into PLs on a different video. What I'm more concerned about with a squad leader is I don't care so much as confidence. I'm not expecting you to tell me how to do my job or how to do the platoon leader's job. I'm expecting the squad leader to care about the people around him or her. And that's important as well
And that means checking in on them, not just waiting till they tell you something is right or wrong.
Yeah.
You should be going around getting accountability. How's their ammo? Do they still got water in their pack or in their canteens? Have they eaten? When you're just like after a firefight, kind of do a little visual accountability. Look at your guys. Is anyone wobbly? Is anyone leaning on stuff?
Yeah.
Is there someone that you're like, I haven't seen them eat food yet today? Like, sometimes you literally just got to play dad and just be like, come on, buddy.
And the team leader does that, but at a more basic level and smaller level. Team leaders are very important too. And the SL definitely needs to work with the TLs.
So this actually leads into the next part of the conversation I want to have is where does the squad leader fit into the chain of communication or the chain of command?
Yeah. I'll go.
Okay, I'll let you talk. I feel like I'm just rambling.
So with my experiences in like the Army's cavalry, you've got the platoon leader, you've got the platoon sergeant. My job as cadre is very much an advisory role to the platoon leader and to the squad leaders. So the squad leaders and the platoon leader need to work out how they're going to conduct maneuvers and operations. The team leader is going to help execute those tasks underneath and be very focused on the fighting. The squad leader and the PL are going to be more focused on logistics, morale, stuff like that we already talked about. Is there something I'm missing?
No, but just to put it also into like the Airsoft optic would be, I don't feel like team leads always necessarily even need like a radio.
No.
You should just be checking in verbally with your squad leader, and your squad leader should be going around and checking in with team leads. What do you need? What's going well? What's not going well? Debrief after engagements.
Yeah.
What worked? What didn't work during that?
Oh yeah. I try and do that.
Yeah.
I feel like like ball car last year we got schwacked a few times, but we also did some really good work as well.
I just go back to thinking of our first keg rep at Saratov.
Oh my God, we crushed.
I mean, we were just kind of kissing our own asses after that push on the hill, but. But that was like a 30-minute discussion about that worked so well.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
That was good stuff.
That was my first time as squad leader, actually.
Yeah, that worked well.
That was a PL for that one. That was the first time I did PL and actually felt confident.
Yeah.
And it was
Well, and I think after that too, after being the squad leader, I thought, okay, I want to go the next rung up on the chain too.
Yeah.
So, and actually, we talk a lot about how SLs and SLs and team leaders communicate with each other, but where does the squad leader fit with the platoon leader?
So, in my opinion, and like I'm not going to throw a Ranger handbook at anyone because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know it like front to back. I'm no expert in military leadership, but the SL is really the person carrying out the platoon leader's course of action. It's like it's carrying out the intent of the platoon leader. So if the platoon leader says, we need to take this patrol base, with the help of the platoon sergeant, he's going to tell the squad leaders how to do it or what needs to be done. It can be as much, we need to take this, we need to do some reconnaissance on this area so we can set up and people can go to bed. So the squad leaders, you need to do what you need to do to make that happen. You need to figure out what you do. Yes, so the squad leader is
that reference, but you and me.
The squad leader is going to make that shit happen. Like, for example, watch, right? Squad leader can be like this. All right, we need 50% watch in this squad. Alpha team, you're on. Then Bravo team. Whole platoon can do that if you want. The squad leader is the person taking the information from the platoon leader and disseminating it amongst his people. Was that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you a quick pop off that, but we shouldn't go
piggyback off the platoon sergeant.
I always do. For squad lead, man, if you don't want to have to like micromanage people occasionally, don't take that position.
Yeah. Some of it's going to be herding cats.
I can't tell you how many times as a PL I've been like, hey, second squad's supposed to be on watch. Why aren't you on watch? And the squad leader's like, I don't know, Jim and Randy are supposed to be, and they just didn't do it. I'm like, go fucking wake them up. I don't know, why is it my job? That's literally your job. Like, wait, I haven't been asleep in 3 days. Go get them.
With the team leader, there's not like as much responsibility. Like, you have to care about the well-being of people.
Yeah.
But there's not necessarily that, like, okay, this is my slice of the pie when we're doing a maneuver or we're doing or trying to complete an objective or do a task. With the squad leader, you have the bigger piece of the pie that now you have to manage. You have to give those pieces to the TLs.
Yeah. Sometimes being a team lead, like I think I was a team leader on a gun team for Rob Rag, and like a lot of what I did was, I mean, the guy who was the gunner was an E7 in the Army. You think I'm going to tell him what to do? I'm like, hey, buddy, you need some ammo or water or something? Can I help you get your bag for you? Like, sometimes that's what it is. It's like, I don't know. A lot of being a team leader is very much less that. The squad leader is more involved, more focused, more getting people to do what they're supposed to do. Sometimes a team lead, you're doing a little bit of that, but it's more like, hey man, your gun needs to be pointed that way.
And it's checking, exactly, it's checking for like deficiencies like that. If you're setting up on like the corner of a city, I'm going to just use like Zulu as an example. If you've ever played Zulu 24, there's the big block of buildings right down at the base of that hill, right over by the pond. Yeah. So you go over to that and you'll see guys set up and they're supposed to take like one edge of that. And there's guys just on one corner, and there's like 5 dudes in a building who can't even look out a window. It's your job to go in and like disperse those people and set them up somewhere where it's useful. How could you?
Or to come back and say, hey, these guys are tired. They need a bit of a break. Can we rotate somebody in?
And that's how it can work, not just at like MilSim West, which I know is kind of where a lot of the discussions focus, but at like anything. You could use it at AMS, you could use it at Grimnir. All that.
I don't have anything else. Is there anything that you guys would like to add that's something like this is the part that makes a great squad leader?
Yes. Quick tips. To be a great squad leader, ask good questions. If you're not asking questions, if I'm a leader and you're not asking me questions, I'm concerned. I want people to ask good questions.
And the challenge the plan.
Yes.
Like if I'm PL, I love when a squad leader comes up and it's like, yo, I didn't really think that's the best course of action. And that's fine, as long as you have another plan. I'd love to hear it, because you might have a better idea.
Or what happens if we get attacked from this direction?
Right. Bring it up. Yeah. I don't have all the answers.
Yeah. And if you're a leader, you shouldn't be offended by that. I mean, and if you are offended by that, maybe you're actually in the military and it's a little bit different, but like we're just civilians playing the game. Like, you got to think this stuff through. I do not like to be surrounded by people that don't ask questions.
Yes, men are boring.
Especially if I'm in a leadership position, and I will select certain people to be my squad leaders and team leaders based on that type of interaction. Like I think something that squad leaders should do is select your team leaders and make them intelligent. And find people who, and also willing and not assholes. Anyways, anyone else want to add anything?
No, I think that's all I got.
I think that's it. Thanks everyone for joining us today. We're going to be back with some other roles and discuss them on the channel, but I think talking about squad leaders right now, I think this was a good idea.
All right.
Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.